guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Olaiton and this is Coat of Indulgence. Today we're going to be covering this cake with buttercream and I'm going to show you the step-by-step procedure. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, share and put your comments down below. Let's get straight into it. So for this cake, we're going to be covering the chocolate layer, the red velvet layer and the vanilla layer. These cakes have already been trimmed and leveled properly and it's a 3-layered cake that's going to be really pretty. I'm going to be making use of biscuit crumbs, color buttercreams, more color buttercream, toppers, and of course sprinkles to make everything pretty perfect. So first of all, I'm going to apply some buttercream to the board of the cake. This is done to make sure that the cake stays on the board and doesn't slide off or fall off. And the first cake we're going to use is going to be the chocolate cake. So you're going to put the chocolate cake on the buttercream. Make sure that it's in the center of the cake, of the board, sorry, because you don't want it like moving to one side. Apply more buttercream in the middle to make sure that the other layer of the cake joins to the chocolate cake without falling, because that's very essential. Like, you don't want your cakes to be sliding off each other. And then we're going to put some biscuit crumbs. This is so that when a bite is taken from the cake, there's an extra taste of flavor. We all like that extra something. So this is my little extra something I'm adding to my cake to make it different from others. So add this biscuit crumbs so that once it just gives it like that perfect difference from other people's cakes. After this is done, we're going to put the next layer of the cake on it, and that's the red velvet cake. Everybody loves a good red velvet cake, trust me. So you put this on the cake, make sure it's aligned, it's not shaking, it's not shifted. So I'm going to be repeating the same thing for the red velvet cake layer. Spread the buttercream properly, add the biscuit crumbs for that extra flavor, and then place the vanilla cake on it to get the perfect straight cake that you want. So up next, I'm going to be crumb coating this cake. Crumb coating is simply when I apply a thin layer of frosting over the cake to ensure that the crumbs of the cake do not affect the finished look of my cake. Or you don't want, when you see crumbs on the icing, you don't want to see that. So that's what crumb coating helps to do. It's advised to use your crumb coating like buttercream in another bowl apart from the main buttercream so that it doesn't mess up what exactly you're trying to achieve. So it's a thin layer. It doesn't have to really design the cake. It just has to hold the crumbs together. Ensure you clean your spatula, your knife, everything. Clean the board after, and make sure you clean off all the crumbs on the board, because that can also affect the decoration of the cake. After crumb coating the cake, I'm going to be applying the main frosting for the cake, which is the pink buttercream. Some people apply this using piping bags, but I'm used to applying mine with a spatula and it's easy for me to do. And you have to ensure that you're very careful and you use the turntable for easy movement and precision. When it comes to making a cake, cleaning cannot be overemphasized. Like, you have to ensure that all your materials are clean. So next, I'm going to be using the cake scraper. This takes off all the excess icing on the cake and ensures that the edges are smooth. When you're covering a cake, sometimes you tend to see some spaces on the cake, like the one I'm about to show you. Yes, like this. All you need to do is to take your icing or your buttercream and apply it on the spots where the gaps are, like as if you're feeling it. So when you now go back in with the scraper, it smooths it out and those sides are like even and smooth, and it doesn't look like there was anything wrong with it before. So after scraping the sides of the cake with the cake scraper, I'm going to make use of the spatula to scrape the top of the cake so you can have that sharp, smooth edge. While scraping the top of the cake, you want to scrape from your side forward. You don't want to scrape from the side across from you, because that sometimes messes up the cake. So put the spatula in front of where the cake is closest to you and scrape it forward. That way, you're taking off all the excess icing and you're having the perfectly shaped cake edges, and this is very important when it comes to cakes. So the cake goes into a pretty advanced stage because I already applied some buttercream on top, some wafer sticks, and the topper on top. Now I'm going to be making use of the topper for the side of the cake. This says girl boss because the cake is for a girl, so I'm going to carefully place it to ensure that it doesn't press too much into the cake, and yeah, it sits perfectly. And I'm going to apply some coconut crumbs to the edge of the cake gently, and make sure that you clean your hand and scrape off the excesses, and you have to be very gentle to not press into the buttercream. So after applying the coconut crumbs on the cake, I'm going to clean off all the excesses on the board, apply one more wafer stick, and boom, the cake is perfectly complete. And this is what we were trying to achieve. Please like, share, subscribe, and watch out for more videos.